Hi beauties, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Okay, first I'm gonna start with do not judge my nails. They look horrible. I do not have any nail polish remover and I keep forgetting to grab some. Second, do you guys like my background? Do you guys like this background? Do you guys like this background? I really need to know. I literally spent probably 2 hours trying to do this background and it's literally just some sparkly spiders and like this kind of stuff. I don't even know what it is, but it took forever to like spread it out and get it looking really how I liked it. And I think I love it. I really do think I love it. And it goes perfect with today's video theme. I am so excited because today I'm going to be turning myself into Wednesday Addams. I'm mostly excited because I've never turned myself into any Addams character before. So that's going to be so exciting. Also, I got sent over this really awesome Hipdot X Addams Family collection. This collection is so freaking cute and we are definitely going to be trying it out today. Before we dive into this video, you guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot and I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and transform myself into Wednesday Addams. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. First things first, I'm just going to go ahead and take some Elmer's glue and cover up these brows. If you beauties want to see a more in-depth video on how I do my eyebrows, you guys can head on over to my TikTok. You might have to scroll for a little while, but I do plan on doing an updated one soon. Alrighty beauties, my eyebrows are nice and covered up now. I went ahead and primed my face with my Milk Blur Stick and my Juno&Co Moonshine Miracle Cream. I have been really loving this combo lately. Before I draw on any eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and take my When Life Gives You Lemons Lemon Foundation and go ahead and just put it right here over my brows in my forehead area. But first, I'm gonna clip back my hair. Look how cute these little knife clips are that I found at Spirit Halloween. I believe they were around $6 or $7, but honestly, once I saw them, I was like, I cannot live without those. Those are going to be perfect for pulling my hair back during Halloween. The only thing that sucks about these clips is that both of the knives go the same way. So if you were to just put it on this side, it would be upside down. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and put a bobby pin in and then put this one like this so it doesn't look so weird. Okay, they still look a little weird because they're different on both sides, but these are so freaking cute. Y'all need to run to Spirit Halloween. Anyways, getting back on track now, I just took a little bit of the When Life Gives You Lemons foundation. This is in the shade 110. It is a little bit too light for me, but I wanted the foundation to be lighter anyways. Alrighty beauties, I went ahead and took my Symphony setting powder from Indi. This setting powder is pretty white and translucent, so I thought this would be perfect to go on top of the foundation. It makes it look a little bit more white or deadish, I guess. For the brows, I'm going to try to go in not too crazy and harsh, so I'm going to take my Shutup and Slay brow palette. Don't judge me. This baby has been through the ringer because I love her. And I'm just taking this really flat kind of angle brush from Jessup Beauty. And I'm going to take this really dark pomade right here on the end and just start lining out those brows. Okay, this is giving me a full Tiffany moment, but we ain't doing that character today, so I'm going to move on. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of this pomade on my brush, making sure that it's super flat, and I'm going to just start making some hair-like brush strokes. Just like so. I'm making them super thin. Obviously, the brows aren't going to look super natural, but I'm going to try to make them look as natural as possible. Okay, but please tell me why that brow looks more natural than my real brow. This is why I want to shave them off, honestly. Okay, beauties, I got my brows as even as possible. They are not twins, they are just sisters, okay? But now we're gonna go ahead and jump into eyeshadow. I usually like to do my eyes before I do any of my face makeup. For eyeshadows today, we of course are gonna be jumping into the Addams Family X Hipdot collection. Y'all, I am living. The packaging is everything. I am absolutely living for it, and we are gonna dive into the products and see how those work as well. When this video comes out, this collection will already be available on Hipdot's website. You can purchase the whole entire collector's box on Hipdot's website for $58, or if you just want to buy the lipstick trio or just the palette itself, those both retail for $24 a piece. The first thing we have in this collection is this cute little pen that says "Black is such a happy color." Here we have the lipstick in the shade My Happy Color. And I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch this for y'all right here. Ooh, that's pretty pigmented. Here we have the shade Graves, which is a really pretty gray. I'm gonna swatch that right next to my happy color. Ooh, that is so pretty, and it feels really silky too. The last shade we have here is Cleopatra. This is really, really pretty. And I'm just gonna swatch that right here. Oh, yes, I'm living. That's like a really pretty plum shade. I love it. Finally, in this collection, we have the Hipdot x the Addams Family Spells and Hexes Pigment Palette. It comes with a cute little cover over it, just like this. And this palette is super thick, too. Inside this palette, you get 8 beautiful shades, and there's 4 mattes and 4 shimmers. The shade names are super, super cute as well. I'm going to go ahead and swatch a couple for you. Here is the shade Ashes. Taking the shade Bones right next to Ashes. Ooh, that is sparkly, shimmery. I love it. I really want to take this burgundy shade right here. I believe it's called Cara Mia. And I'm just swatching that right here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I am living for that shade. And last one that I'll swatch for you guys is called Ghoul. This is a really pretty shimmery purple. And it looks like it has a nice little shift to it. Look at that. Swatches don't mean anything, so let's go ahead and put this baby to the test on our eyes. For my Wednesday Addams, she's gonna have kind of a glam smoky eye. I really want to do like a halo smoky eye. I think it'll be very cute, and I really want to dip into the matte black and some of the purples in here. First things first though, I'm gonna take my Makeup Revolution Super Base Eyeshadow Primer and go ahead and prime them eyelids, baby. Now that this eyelid is nice and primed, I'm gonna be taking an M431 and I'm gonna be dipping into the shade Ashes first, and I'm just gonna start by taking that and placing it right at the inner corner and the outer corner of my eye. Right off the bat, this shade Ashes is a lot more pigmented than that swatch earlier. I was a little nervous because of that swatch, but it is very pigmented and it's blending out very well. Alrighty beauties, I haven't used any other shade yet. I've only used that shade Ashes and it blended out really well. I want to darken up the edges just a little bit right here, but other than that, I'm loving this palette so far. Now I'm dipping into the shade Beloved. Look how coated that brush is. I'm just dusting a little bit of that off, and I'm going to start by taking this right above Ashes. And I'm just going to blend this shade all the way around the halo eye. I really, really love this shade Beloved. It's a super pretty kind of ashy purple, and these two shades are blending together like a dream. Okay, beauties, I went ahead and cut this crease and added some super base to it. On the outsides of the cut crease, I really want to go in with the shade Cauldron. It's a really pretty sparkly black shade, and like I said, I'm just going to put this on the edges of the cut crease. Ooh, that's really pigmented. Okay, y'all, this shade is super, super pretty and super pigmented. The only thing is, when I started laying it down, I started losing a lot of the shimmer, which kind of upsets me because I would like to see a little bit more of the shimmer on there, but nonetheless, it still looks really good. Now, to finish it off, I'm going to be diving into the shade Moon right next to the shade Cauldron. This is a really pretty straight silver shade, and I'm just going to be placing that right in the middle. Okay, y'all, I absolutely love this eye look. It's looking so cute. Just to make it pop a little bit more, I am going to be taking a little bit of the shade Bones right on my pinky finger, and I'm going to add it right to the middle of that cut crease. Now, to finish off the face, I'm going to go back in with my When Life Gives You Lemons foundation, and I'm really making sure to get this foundation all the way down my neck. I just went in with my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer, and now I'm just going back in with that Indi Beats Symphony setting powder, and I'm setting it all over my face. I know I probably look like Flashback Mary, but honestly, y'all, this is the best powder for our Wednesday Addams to get that death and somber look. Today, I'm not going to be going in with any regular contouring shade. I'm actually going to be taking this Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers contouring palette. It's in gray and white, and y'all, y'all, this is such a cool invention. So for their Fantasy Makers collection this year, they actually came out with a contouring palette that has a white and a gray in it. This palette is called the Zombie Apocalypse, and I think this is such a good concept, not only for Halloween, but for creative makeup artists in general. This is so nice to have, and you could use it year-round probably. It has really huge pans, so this is gonna last you a good amount of time. I already did use this gray in the look that I did the other day. You really don't have to press hard. A little goes a long way. I'm just gonna take this and start contouring where I usually contour, just in gray. And as you guys can tell, it does look a little weird because, you know, you're not used to contouring with gray, but it blends out beautifully and it looks really amazing. It goes perfect for this look. Okay, now we're getting to the point in the look where you really have to trust the process. Now to finish up the face before we move on to the body paint, I'm going to be using the same shades that we used on the top of my lid on my lower lash line and just smoke it out. Okay, y'all, I went ahead and changed out of that shirt, and now I'm going to be getting into the body paint. I'm going to go ahead and take some of my Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers cream paints and just start lining out her clothes. Okay, y'all, I'm just drawing this out right now. It's a pretty boring and tedious process, but I wanted to show myself doing it. And while we're at it, have you guys seen the newer Addams Family movies, the cartoonish ones? I haven't seen them, but I kind of really want to watch them now. Not gonna lie, growing up, the Addams Family sort of scared me, so I never really watched the movie a lot growing up because I was a little scaredy cat when I was little, okay? I'm sorry. But the Addams Family 2 is out now, and I kind of want to watch the first one and then binge watch the second one. When it's the month of October, I love to binge watch me some spooky movies. Okay, y'all, painting this in and shading and all that is going to take a little bit of time, and I'm actually going to head over to my TikTok and go live and do it. If you guys ever want to see the process of how I do my makeup, I go live on Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. over on my TikTok, and you can always catch me live over there on those days and come hang out with me, chat, and learn some tips and tricks about makeup. Alrighty, beauties, it has taken some time, but this is how far I have gotten. I still have to add in a few more details, but I just wanted to show you guys what I was doing. I also went ahead and took the little pin and stuck it to my wall. I think it's the perfect finish to my background. Anyways, I'm taking the Spells and Hexes pigment palette, and I'm using the shade Ashes just to shade in this collar part right here. And then for the more small, tiny details, I'm going in with my Lash&Co Pro Paint palette. This is the volume 2. I absolutely love this palette. It has so many different colors in it, and it's so perfect for creative makeup artists and if you love a good graphic eyeliner look. Before I finish the rest of this look, I want to go ahead and try out one of the lipsticks that came in the Addams Family X Hipdot collection. I'm going to go in with the shade My Happy Color. It's a really pretty matte black. And I'm actually just going to take some of this on a brush like so, and I'm going to put it right in the middle of my lips. I almost forgot to put some concealer on my lips first, so I'm just going to put this around my lips and pat it in. Now that I did that step finally, I'm going to take the brush again and put this black shade right in the middle of my lips. I really love this lipstick. I'm usually not one to go towards bullet lipsticks because I usually like a liquid lip, but this is very pigmented, even applying it with a brush. And even though Wednesday looks dead, she still deserves a little bit of highlight, so I'm going to take the Spells and Hexes palette, and I'm going to take the shade Bone, which is that really pretty sparkly white shade in there, and I'm just going to highlight to the gods with this one. Oh, that's real bright. I'm going to pat it in a little bit. Okay, wait, I'm about to apply it to my cheeks. Let's try it out. Okay, honestly, this is the perfect highlight for Wednesday Addams. It's like ashy, but it's sparkly and it's so pretty. I love it. Alrighty, beauties, I'm going to go ahead and finish up some final details on the clothing, pop on some lashes, fix my hair, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts and opinions on this amazing collection with the Addams Family and Hipdot, and my final Wednesday Addams look. Okay, beauties, this is my final look. What do you guys think? I am obsessed! As for the Addams Family X Hipdot collection, I really enjoyed everything that I tried today. My favorite thing was definitely the eyeshadow palette, though. Everything worked very beautifully in here, except for this black shimmer. I had a little bit of trouble with this one, but nonetheless, this palette worked very beautifully, and I'm obsessed with the eye look that I came out with. If you beauties want to see more Wednesday Addams content, you can head over to my TikTok now. I did a couple of different videos over there and I'm very proud of the content. If you beauties enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a black heart in the comments so that I know you stayed here till the end. Thank you beauties so much for hanging out with me while I turn myself into Wednesday Addams, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye beauties!